since I've recorded a video, so I thought I would bring the video along, the little GoPro, today on a service visit. So this is one of our hardwired systems. This is a Gardtec EuroSec-8. We don't actually fit these anymore. In fact, I'm not even sure they're still in circulation, but this alarm system is connected to a alarm receiving centre, so it has a twice yearly visit, and it just so coincides that it's sort of between June time and December time that we pop by. So today we're just going to check the system for operation, make sure it's fine. And we're going to test the signals. Now you may notice above there is a panic button. This is one of our older panic buttons. We don't even fit these anymore, but this particular one's got a label on it, just because right above it there is a air conditioning unit, and believe it or not, some people can't tell the difference between orange buttons and red buttons. And somebody in this office turned around to another colleague and said, "How do I put the air conditioning on?" Somebody said, "Press the red button on the wall," and lo and behold, some complete nana pressed the panic button, causing a call out and a bit of a shitty letter from the police, as you can expect, to not waste their time. So how are we going to do this? Well, first of all, I'm going to try and sign in with the engineer's code. Now this is a bit of an odd panel, because on our Texecom range of systems, if you try and rock up to a customer's site and it's a graded system, and if I just tap my engineer's code into the keypad, straight away the system comes back and says you need to enable engineering functions by having a user put their code in or present their tag. So on this EuroSec system, if I try and enter in my user's code for the engineer, let me just do that now. Okay, so it says, "Do you want to set engineer?" I'm actually going to say no, which is the X key here, but nothing actually happens. Right? It's a bit of an odd system. So normally, if I press X, what I'd expect to see here is the menu items scroll through, things like programming the zone, programming the outputs, programming the options, and so forth. But because the system hasn't actually recognised the fact that I want to sign as an engineer, it doesn't give me access to the engineering menus. So what I actually need to do is enter a user code. So there is a user on here called Martin, and it says, "Do you want to set, Martin?" Actually, I am going to set, so I'm going to press enter to start setting. Now as I do this, if I enter the engineer's code, the system unsets. I'll do it again, and I get the same prompt I got last time, which is, "Do you want to set engineer?" But this time, if I actually press no, I then get access to the menu. So I've got things like testing of the digi outputs. I've got testing of my external bell on this system. Believe it or not, it's a CQR vented C-type with a Friedland Master bell in it, and a strobe, which was our kind of standard outfit a long time ago. But this has lasted the test of time, and today we're going to test it, just make sure it's still in working order, and if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it, because the customer absolutely loves it. So if I escape out of this by pressing X, you'll see I get delete zone to actually undo the programming on a specific zone, or I can select options. Now if I hit enter on that, my options are program chime zones. So no, don't want to do that. Program codes, change the operator codes. There are only two on this system, and a third one for the engineer. Change the date and time. View the log. Or actually program zone options for programming the individual circuits. And say there's only 8 on this system, it's a EuroSec-8. Do I want to change the entry exit zones or configuration options for that? No, not at the moment, thank you very much. And do I want to program the bell and panic options? Now in this, you're talking about things like whether or not the bell is an SAB or SEB, and whether or not the panic button is audible with signals or just signals only. So on this system it is both. I'm currently sat in the operations room of this company, and what I'm going to do is just press reset there, and you'll see there I've got things like ring time, which is 10 minutes, but I can change that. Okay, just enter in a new time, so let's say we want to make it 15 minutes, press enter on that, and then to get out of these you simply press 0 till you're all the way back to the main menu, and you've unset the system there. So currently I'm unset, and if I want to go back in as the engineer, okay, do I want to set engineer? No, I don't. But notice there, I can still get access to my engineering menus. I don't have to get the user again, and that's because you get an automatic pass for about 8 hours to do on-site maintenance once the engineer has been accepted by the end user. And then just as a reminder for me or any other of my colleagues that come on site here, we whack a little sticker on the bottom there for our monitor systems, just to say that there is a police response unit, or in this case a Digicom, in the main control panel, and we need to put the system on test before we do any of the tests. So the next weird and wonderful thing about the wonderful Gardtec EuroSec-8 alarm, and I believe this is also the same on the Gardtec 500 and 800 series, the walk test facility also includes the bell test, so you don't get a separate bell and walk test, which is a total pain in the neck. Because if you have any open zones at the same time that you're trying to do your bell test, and you've got, like this particular installation has a 16 ohm speaker attached to the speaker output, then you kind of get, basically the morning chorus kicks off and you can't hear anything apart from the internal speaker. So what I'm going to do very shortly is just pause the video and go and mask all the PIRs on the system and shut the entrance door, which is currently open, just so that I can hear myself think. Right, so the system's all masked and the entry door is currently closed. So I'm going to pop a user code in now to do a bell test. So let's just move the camera out of the way. So I'm using the Martin user on the system again. Do I want to set? No, I don't. But what I want to do is go into test, and if I press enter on that to start the test, you'll see straight away we get walk testing. Now, that's fine as long as all the zones are closed, but then if you want to give your external bell a bit of a blast, you've got to press key number 9 whilst in walk test. So let's do that, and you might hear this. Hopefully the video picked that up, but that's sounding really healthy. And in fact, what I might do is just pause the video again and open the door so you can hear that. Okay, so still in the walk test, what I've done is just use some electrician's tape and stuck a magnet to the contacts on the entry door, just so that they're not open, but you can hear the bell very clearly now outside. So I'm just going to press number 9 again. There is an internal strobe light as well to alert people in the office here when the alarm's gone into an alarm condition, whatever that may be. So let's just hit number 9 and you'll be able to hear that even better. And yeah, that is totally fine. So we're not going to recommend on this service visit any changes to the external bell box. So all that remains for me to do now is test my battery levels for the standby power, make sure that's holding the charge and is capable of switching over to battery, and that the battery can take over the system in the event of a power failure. And then we're going to test the panic button. So let's go do that.